Abena Mensa woke up every morning before the sun, not because she wanted to, but because the market in Kumasi does not wait for anyone. She was 22 years old, selling tomatoes, onions, and peppers from a wooden stall her late father had left her. The stall was small, the sun was brutal, the money was never enough. But she had Kwame, and Kwame had a dream. Kwame Darko was the smartest boy from their neighborhood. Everyone said so. He had passed his exams with flying colors, good enough for the University of Ghana in Accra. But his family had nothing. His father was gone. His mother was sick. And university fees do not pay themselves. It was Abena who came to him one evening with a small envelope. "I have been saving," she said quietly. "It is not everything, but it is a start. Go to school, Kwame. I will handle the rest." "Abena, I will pay you back everything, every pesewa. I promise you on my life." "Don't pay me back. Just make us proud." For 4 years, Abena sold tomatoes. She woke at 4 a.m. She carried heavy loads. She haggled with suppliers. She ate once a day on hard days. She sent Kwame money every month without fail, for fees, for textbooks, for food, for transport. When customers asked why she never rested, she would smile and say, "My future is in Accra. I am just watering it from here." She turned down 2 marriage proposals during those 4 years. Both were decent men. Both would have given her an easier life. But she was waiting for Kwame. Kwame called every week in the first year, every 2 weeks in the second year, once a month in the third year, and in the fourth year, barely at all. Abena told herself he was busy. Final year was hard. She understood. The day of his graduation, she wore her best dress, a yellow and green kente she had been saving for a special occasion. She took a bus from Kumasi to Accra, 4 hours, standing most of the way because she could not afford a seat reservation. She arrived at the university grounds beaming, proud, heart full. She spotted Kwame in his gown from across the courtyard. She waved. He saw her. He looked away. She walked toward him. He was surrounded by friends, well-dressed city people. She tapped him on the shoulder. "Kwame, I made it. I am so proud of..." "Abena, what are you doing here?" "I came for your graduation. I wanted to..." "I didn't know you were coming. These are my colleagues. It's not a good time." "Not a good time?" One of his female colleagues appeared beside him, slipping her hand into his. "Kwame, who is this?" "She is someone from my neighborhood, from home." Someone from his neighborhood, not his girlfriend, not the woman who fed him for 4 years, not the reason he was standing in that gown. Someone from his neighborhood. Abena did not cry in front of him. She smiled politely at the girlfriend. She congratulated Kwame in a steady voice. She turned and walked back across that courtyard alone, in her yellow and green kente dress, through all those celebrating families. She took the bus back to Kumasi. 4 hours, standing again. This time, the standing felt different. Back at the market the next morning, her neighbor Auntie Ifua noticed her eyes. What happened? Abena told her everything. Auntie Ifua was quiet for a moment. Then she said something Abena never forgot. A tomato seed does not become a tree, but the woman who planted it can. Something shifted in Abena after that day. She stopped watering someone else's future and started watering her own. She began studying suppliers, where they got their produce, at what price, which routes were cheapest. She started buying in bulk and selling to other market women. She saved every cedi. She took a small business course at a community center on Thursday evenings. Within a year, she had 3 stalls. Within 2 years, she had a small wholesale supply business. Within 4 years, Abena Mensa was supplying fresh produce to hotels, restaurants, and supermarkets across the Ashanti region. She had 10 employees, a small office, and a reputation that preceded her wherever she went. One afternoon, her operations manager brought her a new supplier application form to review. She looked at the name, Kwame Darko. He had graduated, gotten a job in Accra, lost that job, started a small agribusiness, and was now looking for a major buyer to keep his business alive. Someone had referred him to Abena's company without knowing the history. Her manager said, "He is outside. Do you want to meet with him, or should I handle it?" Abena straightened the papers on her desk. "Send him in." Kwame walked in looking polished, confident, rehearsed. He had his business proposal in hand. He sat down across from her. It took him 3 full seconds to realize who was sitting behind that desk. The color drained from his face. Abena. "Mr. Darko, I have reviewed your application. I want you to know what happened at the graduation. I have thought about it many times. I was wrong. I was young and foolish, and I was trying to impress people who didn't matter. You deserved better than, Mr. Darko." He stopped. "I forgave you a long time ago. Our company will not be moving forward with your application, not because of the past, but because your numbers don't meet our current supplier requirements. But I wish you well, genuinely." She stood up, extended her hand. He shook it, and she walked him to the door herself. There is a saying the old women in Kumasi market use when they see someone underestimate a hard-working woman. The tomato in her hand today is the empire in her future. Abena Mensa sold tomatoes so a man could get a degree. He called her someone from the neighborhood. She built a business that could have saved his, and she chose grace over revenge. Because real power does not need to destroy anyone. It just needs to keep growing. Follow at Sankofa Stories for more African stories of betrayal, survival, and redemption. Have you ever sacrificed everything for someone who never saw your worth? Drop it in the comments. We read every single one.